Hey crafty friends, I thought I'd bring you along to create some fun summer cards using my 6x6 paper pad here from Echo Park called Best Summer Ever. And I am going to use some of the papers to create some 3x3 cards and some of the cut aparts and some of the ribbons I have in my little Dollar Tree container here. I'm also going to create this fun no-cut envelope. It has a pocket on the inside and a pocket here on the outside. I've just added a little button to close it up when it's ready. And this tutorial comes from Pinkstrawberryz here on YouTube. And she was inspired by Camelia Crafts, I believe. I will have both of their informations linked down below so you can check out both of these very talented ladies. So we're going to create this no-cut envelope first. And I've chosen my 2 pieces of paper. So all you need is 2 pieces of 6x6 paper. And since this has this top part here, I'm going to need to trim these down to 6x6. So I just need to trim this top piece off here. But if you already have paper that's 6x6, you don't have to do any cutting. Alright, so now I need to decide what piece I want to be my flap here and what piece I want to be my inside and my flap here. So I really like this food truck and ice cream truck. So I think that I want that to be my flap here. And then I have the summer words, or I even have some ice cream. I think the ice cream would be fun. So I'm going to grab my scoreboard. And for this piece, I'm going to score this at 2.5 with the paper going top to bottom this way. That way, when I fold it up, I have the ice creams going in the correct direction. So we have our first piece. And then for this one here, I want the flap going down. So if I was to score it this way with the top and the bottom here at 2.5, it would be upside down. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to flip it and put my bottom here and my top here. And that way when I score it at 2.5 and fold it, my little chucks are going in the correct direction. So then it would look like that. On this side, we have the ice cream cones. The ice cream cones are going upside down. I'm okay with that. If I wasn't okay with that, I could just take this piece and cover it up and then make double pockets inside. And then we would have the food trucks that also would be upside down. But I really like the ice cream cones, and it doesn't bother me that they're upside down on this side. So we have the start of our envelope there. Then I'm just going to grab whatever punch, or you don't have to do a notch. I'm using my 2-inch scallop punch. I like the decorative, almost looks like there's a bite taken out of your paper. So I'm going to roughly find the center, and I just insert mine in just a little bit and punch out a little notch, and then I'm going to try to line up my punch here with that and punch. And then we have our little notches for our inside and our outside. So I have sewn this one here, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to use some double-sided tape. I'm just using some thin, this is like 1/8 of an inch maybe, score tape. And what you're going to do is you're going to put some of your score tape here. I'll try to get as close to the edge as I can to give myself more room in the pocket. So that way when this closes, you have your adhesive here on the side and your pocket's opened. And then you'll be doing the same thing here. So you could run your tape all the way across the top if you would like. So let's go ahead and add our score tape on this side. So if you don't have any 6x6 papers and you have maybe some scraps lying around or even a 12x12 sheet of paper, you could create 2 of these with your 12x12 sheet of paper. So let's go ahead and pull off this score tape here. I like sewing this because I like giving it that extra bit of texture, but you don't have to have a sewing machine to put this together. So I'm going to add this down first. I'm just going to fold this up and then line it up. And if you want to add a little bit of wet glue to give you time to line this up, you can. But there we go. And then I'm just going to push that down. And I'm just going to make sure that I adhere that tape down really well. And now you have a pocket in the back here. And you have a pocket in the front. So it's that simple. And then if you want to round your corners here, you could just use your corner rounder and round your corners. Or if you have a crocodile that has like the stub or the scallop, or so here's my regular corner rounder, and then this corner rounder does the stub or the scallop. I think I might try the scallop on this one and see what that looks like. I think it's time to clean my thing out. So let's go ahead and add the little extra decorative element so it gave it like a little scallop piece. I think that's cute. So we have that. Now if you want to add a button for a closure, or you could add a brad here, whichever one you like. But let's go ahead and set this aside for now, and let's start on some cards. So I've created already 3 envelopes and 2 cards. So I just took my 6x6 sheet and I cut it in half. So I made 3x3 cards. So the card is going to be 6 inches long and 3 inches wide. So with 1 sheet of pattern paper, you can get 2 cards. And I've created some envelopes for them already for these 2. And just used a piece of my ribbon from my ribbon scrap. And then this blue, and then I also have this pink paper here was sitting on my desk, and I just used that to mat a couple of these. And then I have another envelope made. So let's choose another sheet to make another set of cards. So there's so many fun patterns in here. The bathing suits are super cute. The flamingos would be cute as well. And it has that fun pink checkered pattern. Or these florals would be really cute. Let's do the floral. So let's pull that out. And we need to, again, trim this down to 6 inches since it has this little border. So we're going to trim it there, and then we are going to just rotate it and trim it in half, so at 3 inches. And this gives us our 2 cards. Now, this paper has sort of a direction, so if you wanted that direction to go a certain way, you'd cut your paper. I'm not really worried about it, but you could also just make your card like this to follow the direction. So let's go ahead and just fold these in half. And I really think this is cute, so I think I might make the floral the inside of this one. So that way we have this pink stripe on the outside. Alright, so now we have our 2 cards. And let's pick some fun cut aparts. So we have, since this has the pink, I think I want to do one of these blue ones. And I think I like this Hello Summer. And then for this one, I have some without here. Let's see what these are. Ice cream and sweet. And I think I'll make this card go this way, just to change it up. Let's do the best summer ever on this one. Alright, and then I'm going to look for maybe a scrap of my ribbon. I think this yellow might be cute on this one since they have yellow flowers. So I could do the yellow there. This one has pink and orange. And this one has purple and purple polka dots with pink ribbon. So let's try maybe that on this one and the yellow on here. So I'm just going to cut them a little bit longer. Now you could use your hot glue gun to attach the ribbon or some double-sided tape. I do them all, but for this I'm just going to use my tape runner, and that works just as well. So I'm just going to add some of the adhesive. And so I'm going to turn this one this way too. So we have 2 going this way and 2 going this way. And then I'm going to put this one about in the middle. And then trim. And then since I want to keep these relatively flat, so I'm just going to add my adhesive and add this in the middle. Then you could go back in with sequins or jimmies if you wanted to jazz it up. Otherwise, we have 1 card down. And it's that simple and easy, and we're using up those 6x6 paper pads. You could do this for all seasons. You could do this. This would be a fun, you know, teacher's gift. You know, teachers give out the thank you cards to their students. And for the insides of the cards, you could leave them blank, or you could add a piece of white paper, or you could even take another one of your cut-aparts and add that in the middle if you wanted to. But I'm choosing to leave the inside blank. That way whoever receives this can decorate it how they like. And I'm also not going to add any extra jimmies, so that way my partner or friend or whoever gets these can use these how they feel. So let me grab one of these envelopes. And we're going to add this one with here. And then we need to make an envelope for this card. So I know I've shown you in the past how to create envelopes with the envelope punch board. But for the 3x3 card, you will need a sheet of paper. You just use this guideline here, and the 3x3 needs a 4 7/8 by 4 7/8, and then we are going to score it at 2.5. So I've already cut my paper down, and then what you're going to do is you are going to find the 2.5 inch line and line your paper up with that, and you are going to punch. And then you are just going to follow the score line. You can use the score tool provided or whatever score tool you have. So you're just going to score that. And then after this initial score, you don't need to worry about the measurements. Then pull your paper out and rotate it to the left. And this score line here, you are going to line up that line with this little line here in the edge of your little punch thing there. Then you're going to slide it in and readjust if you need to. And then you are just going to punch, score, rotate, and continue. So it's really simple using these envelope punch boards. If you didn't have one of those, you could do it the old-fashioned way, and you could just fold up, find your center, and then fold your pieces in. So then after that, I like to find how I want my envelope to be. Do I want my envelope with the watermelons? I kind of think this is neat with the different things. So I'm going to want this to be my top and this to be my bottom. You can corner round all four. So we'll just corner around all four. So you put your envelope at the front section here and punch. I often just punch my top and my bottom because you really don't see the sides. And then let's clean up our little trash here and fold. I think these would make a nice gift. This is pretty flat. It makes great flat mail. So then we have our little envelope, and let me grab some of my score tape to close it shut. Alright, so once we have this envelope done, we are ready to fill our envelope. So we can add this in here, and we now have a set of 4 cards for our friend or our swap partner. And I'm going to grab the one that I've sewn. And I think maybe we will add 2 in here. Now you could use a bigger sheet of paper so they would sit side by side with not overlapping if you wanted to use a different size. You could put all 4 in here and like attach your note in here, but I think I'm going to put 2 in the front and these 2 in the back. I'm going to add my little maker sticker on here on the back, and you could add your maker sticker to your cards as well if you wish. And then I'm just going to wrap this around, and then I'm going to trim it and just leave a little bit of a tail, and voila, we are done. Super simple and easy to use up those 6x6 paper pads. Again, I will leave Pink Strawberries and Camelia linked down below for you. So I hope you all enjoyed this craft with me video, and happy crafting, guys. Bye.